Hey BCOM, welcome to 4350. My name is Dr. Moore. This quick video is to introduce you to the class and go over just a couple of the big policies and my goals for you for this semester. Like I said in the email, I'm really excited for this class. I've wanted to do this class online for years, and it's like suddenly here's the opportunity. The reason I've always hoped we could move this class online is because this seems like an incredible opportunity to get you doing the practical day-to-day work of communication. And with all the changes that we've experienced in the past few months, here's our opportunity to really put to work the skills that you need right now in the workplace or in your internships if you're able to do them online. So without any further ado, like I said, welcome to the class. My name is Dr. Moore, and I've been here for a long time at UT Dallas. I started in 2005 as a student. Worked as a grader for Maryland Kaplan and then started teaching, and have been full-time at UT Dallas as an assistant clinical professor for 3 years now. My big emphasis is business communication. I've been researching LinkedIn and gender and diversity quite a bit. And my really huge emphasis is thinking about ways that we can help you maximize a class like this. So when you come to a business communication class, how can we set this up so that you are getting the most out of it? So there's several things in this class that I'm really excited about, so we'll all talk about that here in a second. So this is the syllabus for our class. This is available on Coursebook as well as in e-learning. The other thing I want to point out is I'm giving you this now. It has all our policies, but what probably you'll end up doing is that for each week of this semester, there's a folder with an agenda. Look there. That's the better calendar. You'll see that I've got a phone number there and my office location. The phone goes to my office, and I am not there. So really the best thing that you can do this semester is send me an email. If you do call, what it does is it pings my email. So if you called 5 times in a row, yeah, you're showing up in my inbox. So send an email. I'm going to try and check that about every 24 hours this summer on weekdays. Hold me accountable here. I'm trying to take weekends off, so just know I really try not to blur that boundary any more than we already have. If you need a face-to-face meeting, what we'll be using is Teams, because that's what the university is using and what the dean here in JSOM has suggested we continue to use. I'm also open to using Zoom, though, if you don't have the Teams app. It's free, and your UT Dallas account's already loaded onto it. I'll also have 2 weeks this semester where I'm going to have limited internet access. So if you do email me for a video chat on one of those 2 weeks, I'll just let you know. My Wi-Fi barely works at all on those 2 weeks. So just send me an email, otherwise it shouldn't be an issue. When you email me, please include your course number. And really, if you just said 4350, then that'll help me respond to you really quickly. I do ask that you use your UT Dallas email. That helps me make sure you are who you are. And then I've already emailed you this, but the way this class is set up is asynchronously. That means it is not live. I'll have all of my materials posted in weekly folders. Some weeks I'll be posting my own lecture. Other weeks there will be other video content, or there will simply be things for you to do. You're going to see a folder for all 10 weeks of this semester. And then at the sort of end, you will see there's 2 options for you to on the final project. So that's, end of July. Inside each of those folders, you're going to find an agenda. The agenda will have a to-do list. It'll also have what are the deliverables. So what am I expecting you to turn in? So for the first week, you'll see a to-do list with, well, this video, you're seeing it now, 2 discussion boards and an assignment sheet, some things I want you to read ahead on. So those 2 activities, I'll give you some setup on those on the discussion boards, and I'll expect you to read through on your own time the syllabus and the assignment sheet. Y'all are mostly juniors and mostly seniors, so I know at this point that you are pretty familiar with how these classes are going to work. You are welcome to work ahead on these assignments. However, I think the course will make more sense if you track with it on a week-to-week basis. But if you're like me and you know you're going to have limited internet access and want to work ahead, you're absolutely welcome to do that. So the big point of this class, scroll down here, is that we're building on 3310, but we're trying to take you beyond some of the content in this class and make you an even stronger communicator as you prepare to enter the workplace. If I were to summarize all of our learning outcomes, that's my point here. Let's think about how you can be better as a communicator, as a manager, as an employee, as a job seeker, and then maybe a bonus here, even in your own relationships. So I'm trying to reduce some of the redundancies that sometimes we see in these classes. So you will be doing your resume again, but I'm going to be not doing the same kind of group presentation. I'm not going to be doing the same kind of executive summary. In the learning outcomes, the big thing is we're thinking about job preparedness, internal and external communication, and doing presentations. And we've got all of that on these assignment lists for this semester. The first thing that you're probably looking at up at the top there is the book. This is a free online book. There is nothing to buy. I'll have the links for that once we get to those chapters. Fantastic book. The reason that we're able to get really good business communication textbooks for free now is because the market has been really cornered by these top people. If you took 3310 and had the Mary Ellen Guffey book, she's one of those people who has the market cornered, which means these new textbooks by younger scholars who are in some ways more connected to current trends are free online. So that's what the book we're using. The other thing that you're going to be buying this semester is access to Quincia. So right there where it says the resume and interview review online system, that is $5.45. That money goes straight to Quincia. I've not got a kickback or anything on that. What it is ATS and higher review technology. So you'll be able to upload your resume. It will read it just like those systems would read it. But what it does differently is it's going to give you feedback on how to make your resume better so that when you upload your resume to apply for jobs in the future, you know what you're doing. After you upload your resume, it prompts you to do an interview. And you schedule a time for that, and it will generate interview questions, again, using the same AI tech that a lot of these corporations are using, generate interview questions based off of your resume. So everyone in the class will have a slightly different experience as you go through that. The other thing I love about Quincia is you can do that resume interview 5 times if you want. I had students in the spring who did it 4 or 5 times so that they could get the best possible score on that. You'll see the first 2 grades on there are for the resume and the interview. What I'll do is go through and look at how you did in the Quincia grades and then set that as a scale. So if everybody did awesome and they're all A's, then I would go through and just give A's. If the scores are showing that some people, last semester I had some people who had some like C's and then other people who had A pluses, and then there was a range within there. So those 2 things are there. I think the one other thing I want to emphasize about Quincia is it has been approved by the university as a safe system. I felt a little funny giving you a PayPal link, but that's because normally Quincia only works with universities through course fees. They're doing us a big favor since we're online this semester. It was a big personal favor I called in for y'all. So that's why it looks a little funny when you go to buy it, but all that money goes to Quincia. It's approved and secured by the university. All your data is protected there. There's no like crossover with privacy and information reported back to the university. The only thing I'll be looking at, well, I can look at all your things that you upload there, but my big concern is your final score. All right, the other thing that we're doing at the beginning of the semester is a LinkedIn profile. So this week in the week 1 folder, you'll see sort of a preview for the resume interview in LinkedIn. For the LinkedIn profile, you're going to be thinking about ways to optimize that for job searching. If you already have a job after graduation and you're concerned about privacy, shoot me an email. But I think even if that's the case, there's still a really good opportunity to optimize your profile because I'll just use myself as an example. I love my job here. But would I take a consulting gig? Sure. So or a speaking gig? Yeah. So that's why I want to keep my profile pretty up to date. The majority of new jobs are being posted on the LinkedIn jobs section now. As far as jobs websites, it's one of the most popular. So it's really important to have that profile. The next assignment in this class will be, this is a fun one, we're going to have a movie week where I am going to give you some recommendations on movies to watch, and we're going to apply communication theory to those and do some practice with report writing. We do have a team section after that where you'll be doing some team meeting and writing about it, a group presentation, and a presentation reflection. The one thing I want to point out about that is with the team project, half of those points are individual and half are for the group. Really a small percentage of your whole grade for this class is a group grade, so that's there. And then we'll end the semester with you pick what you want to do, whether that's a special occasion presentation or a learning choice project, which I've got posted on weeks 9 and 10. All right, so we'll scroll down just a little bit more. You'll see all the standard syllabus stuff here. I encourage you to read through it. The grade scale is really standard. Of course, there's no attendance grade because we're online. I'm just expecting you to keep up with the work. The late work policy there is that it is 1% per hour. So that means that, let's say for that report on the movie, you're 5 hours late, something weird happens, it's 5% off. It's not a 0 until we're at the 100 hours late. You'll see that what do you turn it in. There's no extra credit for the class. And there are some links for some additional help, so you can scroll through those. I apologize for the fast scroll here. There is the Business Communication Center and the CMC are both still running this semester. You're welcome to use them for feedback on any of your assignments if you want more information. I've got the links to that there. All right, the last thing you'll see on the syllabus, kind of a mess here, is the calendar. You'll see the date of our technical class meeting, since we're technically a Monday night class online. And then you'll see our general setup of what we're doing each week for the entire semester. Additional videos and everything are posted online, so consider this your overview. Details you'll want to look in your weekly folder for the class. All right, so all of that is there. So if you have questions about how this is going to work or about the class, please let me know. Like I said, my big goal for you is to improve your communication skills, to be better at presenting and writing, to be better at working in a team. So that's why that team project is not going to be quite like one you've had before. And then for you to come out of this understanding how communication is so super interconnected. That last assignment is going to let you think more about your own field, but the feedback I got last semester, and I'm hoping will be the truth for you too, is you'll start to understand that really effective communication is this critical core skill that underlies almost every single field in really interesting ways. The other thing that I'd love to do for you to just a little bit this semester with a section where we look at theory and the movie and some of the analysis is also thinking about some of the things I start to talk about in grad school. I know some of you are doing fast track. Others of you, with the way the job market might be in the fall or next year, might be thinking about sticking around another year at UT Dallas for grad school. I think this is hopefully a useful way for you to think maybe just a little bit about the type of questions that sometimes they look at in those fields. So again, welcome to our class. Super excited to read your work and see what you come up with this semester. If you have questions, please send me an email. Anything huge, we can set up a Teams meeting and talk about it one-on-one. So again, welcome. I'm really looking forward to this semester and hope you are too.